Hello all, welcome to the Wi-Fi monitoring for Red Blue Team's course at Pentester Academy. Now in this video, we are going to be looking at how to do 802.11 AC monitoring on a Windows platform. Now, mostly if you found 802.11 monitoring was never possible on Windows properly, simply because of a massive lack of hardware and the software device drivers required to do this. Now, in most cases, you might probably have had to buy a dedicated adapter like an Air PCAP, which can be extremely expensive. So in this video, we look at how to get started with 11AC monitoring on Windows, using hardware you can pretty much buy from Amazon, which is the Netgear AC1200 beamforming plus adapter. Okay. Now this adapter is only available for around $47. I think fluctuates between around $45 to around $50, give or take. And this adapter is actually a two-stream 11AC adapter capable of doing 866 megabits and can also do 20, 40, 80 channel bandwidth, which is really fantastic. Now, the software we are going to use is the Savius OmniPeak. The good news is there is a 30-day free trial available, which is fully functional. So this just allows us to sample how it feels like to monitor 802.11 AC on Windows. And of course, if you wanted, you could purchase a full version as well. Now, the key thing to remember is that Savius uses this adapter along with drivers they've created along with MediaTek so that we can go ahead and basically sniff and monitor packets on 11AC. So let's actually go to the Savius website. Now you can go ahead and sign up, as I said, for a free 30-day trial by just going to their website. The software is around, I think, a GB in size, so it might take some time to download, and you can install it, get a free key, and get started. Now on their website, they do recommend two adapters. This is the Savius 11AC one, and this is basically the Savius 11N one. So the 11AC one is really nothing but a Netgear adapter. So these are really the same adapter, and I think which Savius basically has rebranded and sold. And you can buy one of these Eddy Max adapters. This is the same as the Savius 11N adapter, which you can see, which is the white one right there. Now it might be cheaper to buy the Netgear and the Eddy Max adapter directly from Amazon. Now once you've bought in this demo the Netgear 11AC beamforming plus adapter, you can create a free account and download the OmniPeak drivers, right? So I've already downloaded the ABGN AC driver. So this is basically the MediaTek one. I think these drivers are pretty much the same, so you could just download any one of them. And I've actually set up a VM inside which I've already installed Savius OmniPeak and the drivers. Okay, so this is a step you can do by yourself. It is quite trivial. Just download and install, sign up for a free account, and then again download the drivers and install it. Nothing much to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin 11AC monitoring. Now what I've done is I have a TP-Link router capable of 11AC. This is the Archer C1200. Now if you actually go to the 5 gigahertz, I have to log in once again. So let's actually go to the 5 gigahertz advanced settings. Okay, so what I've done is I've created an access point Alexa open with no security, and the mode is 11AC only. Okay, this is important when you want to do any form of 11AC monitoring test. If you select stuff like mixed mode, you never know, maybe it's actually connecting over N. The channel width, we have 3 choices on the Archer, which is 20, 40 and 80. Now I am selecting 80 megahertz simply because I want to kind of see if the card really is capable of going ahead and monitoring 80 megahertz channel bandwidth. And the channel which I've set is channel 36, right? So this is going to be our test bed, and I'm going to connect the host Windows machine to this access point, start an ICMP ping echo request so that we receive the replies, and then I'm going to connect the Netgear adapter to the Windows VM and use Savius OmniPeak to monitor the air and see if we can pick up the ICMP echo requests and responses. Okay, so Alexa Open is up and running, and just going to open up a command terminal. I'm going to use the ping command, and let's actually just continuously ping. So I'm just going to use ping-t 192.168.0.1. This is the IP address of the TP-Link router. Okay, so as we can see, we are receiving the ping responses. Now, this is my host computer. Now let me go inside my VM. So this is the Windows VM. I'm going to connect my Netgear adapter to it now. Okay, there we go. We've connected the adapter. Let me just quickly make sure that the adapter is actually connected. There we go. Netgear A6210. That's the one which is connected. Now I'm going to launch Savius OmniPeak, which is already installed with all the drivers. Okay, now to start a new capture, click on New Capture. Now click on Adapter. Now if you notice, I see a Wi-Fi 2 with the little kind of red signal, kind of emanating out of it. And if you notice, it actually says OmniPeak API is set to yes. Now, if your drivers are properly installed, and this is, the Netgear A6210, then you would probably have this set to yes. If you forget to install the drivers, or you end up purchasing any other card which isn't supported, it'll actually say OmniPeak API is no, which means it is not usable. As we can see, the maximum link speed supported is 866.5 megabit. Okay, so this is the adapter window. Now let's actually go to the 802.11.1. Now we have an option of going ahead scanning the entire air, where we can mention different channels, or alternately you can even focus on just one channel. Now in this demo, I already know that my 11AC Wi-Fi access point, which is Alexa Open, is on channel 36. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to set this to 36AC, okay? So that we monitor channel 36 on the AC band. And once I click OK, now you'll actually see the real capture window open up. There you go. Now, by default, the capture does not start. You have to explicitly do a start capture to the right to begin the capture. So let's click on that. And we see packets flowing in. Now, OmniPeak has a lot of tabs, which I would recommend that you can click and look at and see what kind of summaries you can get. It is basically just like Wireshark, with a lot of other meta details available. So for example, You know, it lists all the wireless APs and the clients and all of that stuff properly. So if I were to click on wireless WLAN, I can actually see a lot of access points in here with the connected clients. If I click on channels, I can see the channel utilization. The arrow shows where we are. And actually a bunch of other stuff. You know, you can get good summaries. You can actually end up getting a dashboard view of what you're seeing. So I would really encourage you to explore this tool. You know, I've kind of enjoyed working with it every single time that I've used it. For this video, all we are interested in is if I have managed to capture AC packets using the Netgear card and the modified adapters, the modified drivers. So I'm going to go back into the packets, and a very simple filter, of course, is just ICMP because everything is plain text. Okay, I'm just going to say copy selected packets to a new window. And I can actually see ICMP echo replies and echo requests and all of that, right? Now keep in mind, of course, that the access point itself is quite far away from where I am at this point. So you might not see every single packet, right? That is something which isn't guaranteed. It depends a lot of things, where you are, where the AP is, you know, the signal strength you're receiving, the reception sensitivity of your card. The key thing here is that we have managed to grab ICMP packets on 11AC. And if you notice, the data rate is actually 866 megabits, which is fantastic. We have pretty much, you know, got ahead and grabbed packets at the maximum rate at which the card can get it. And if you look at, select any one of the packets, and if you look at the packet info, you would find that the number of spatial streams is 2, which is really what the card supports. The data rate is 866 megabit, fantastic. And the channel which we are on is channel 36, which is 5180 megahertz. And this is 11AC 80 megahertz, fantastic. A lot of other information is also available, just like Wireshark, where you can look at every little thing within the packet. But this proves that we've been successful at grabbing 802.11ac traffic using an off-the-shelf card and a tool like OmniPeak on Windows, right? Which is really fantastic. Now, we can save these packets. We could actually go back and pretty much like save the entire capture. Let me stop the capture. And you can save this on the desktop. You can save it as a libpcap file so that Wireshark, TCP dump, and all these tools can now work on it. So I'm just going to save this, close OmniPeak. And here is my capture file. Now, many of us might be used to, filters in Wireshark and working with Wireshark. So you could pretty much just drag and drop this inside Wireshark, assuming you've saved it in a compatible format, which is really PCAP. And Wireshark should be able to show you all the packets in there, right? And of course, you can go ahead, add a filter for ICMP within Wireshark itself. And you should be able to see the same packets within Wireshark as we are seeing it here, right? So you have the requests in here, and here you have the replies. Okay, as we can see here. So the IP address was 192.168.0.1, which is the access point, and 0.119 is really my Windows host machine. Fantastic. Okay. Let's stop the pinging. Let's go back to our slides. Okay. So as we've seen, we installed the Netgear card with custom drivers from OmniPeak. We launched OmniPeak, started the capture, made sure that the network adapter, is installed properly with the driver so that the OmniPeak API is supported. And then you can either scan the air or select a channel. In our case, we selected the channel and then started the capture and did the analysis. Fantastic. So guys, that's all I have in mind for this video. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration for a change of actually being able to capture 11AC on Windows. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.